If you're visiting Lisbon with only a few hours to spare, maybe it's a quick stop, or you're here overnight, or perhaps, like me recently, boarding a cruise, don't think you have to miss out on the city's magic. Lisbon rewards even the shortest of stays, and with a smart route, you can experience its best viewpoints, historic streets, and iconic flavors all in a single morning. This is exactly what I did before embarking on my cruise voyage. I carved out a few precious hours and turned them into a perfect Lisbon morning, one that gave me sweeping views, centuries of history under my feet, and of course, more than one pastel de nata. Let me take you through the same walk so you can make the most of your time here too. Before our cruise, we had a few precious hours, so we had to be smart in how to experience the city, playing a regular itinerary in reverse. From the cruise port, we took an Uber, and less than 15 minutes later, we were at the top of Graça to enjoy the city's highest viewpoint, Miradouro de Nossa Senhora do Monte. As most of you know, Lisbon is named the City of Seven Hills, and this is undoubtedly the best viewpoint to observe this stunning city. This neighbourhood Graça is the steepest of climbs, so for those who want to save much time and energy, do it this way, and you'll have a much easier climb down these hills. Next, we walk down to Miradouro de Graça, another fabulous viewpoint, and one of my favourites in the city. A really romantic lookout with the Church of Graça, with a little square and benches where you can sit and truly enjoy this Lisbon panorama. We freewheel downhill, where Graça melds into Alfama, the city's oldest neighbourhood, a Moorish maze that no earthquake managed to flatten. These streets alone will remind you that Lisbon is one of the oldest cities in Europe and in the world. I mean, I live here in Lisbon, and I will never take for granted all of this beauty around me. We stopped by at Portas do Sol, Doors to the Sun, as they call it, and it's views like this that makes me sometimes pinch myself that I get to choose this place as my home city. Another must-visit scenic spot is the Miradouro de Santa Luzia, flanked with a wonderful pergola, decked with gorgeous tiles and fronted with an even more gorgeous view of Lisbon waterfront. Just a little amble down the hill is the iconic Lisbon Cathedral, Sé de Lisboa. This 12th century medieval relic, one that survived the 1755 earthquake and withstood centuries of change. Believe it or not, I actually haven't been inside. One of those things I've overlooked all these years I've been living here. We climbed up on its upper gallery to observe its medieval Gothic and Romanesque glory, with a stunning stained glass window and a view of Lisbon to behold. Then it was time for a quick stop for a pastel de nata, arguably the most iconic Portuguese pastry of all time. Then we headed down to the Baixa neighbourhood on Rossio Square, Lisbon's beating heart for over 700 years, where we got to walk in an open-air work of art, this wave-patterned pavement dedicated to Portugal's seafaring soul. We also got to walk past and take a glimpse at the famous Elevador de Santa Justa, Lisbon's steampunk iron lift. But our eyes and taste buds were set on round 2 of pastel de nata, from an arguably superior producer, Castro, just right across the Santa Justa lift. All crusty on the outside and creamy soft on the inside. This was a perfect coffee stop before we continue our Lisbon morning walk. We carried on through Rua Augusta, Lisbon's grand promenade, with a beautiful triumphal arch at the end, a magnificent arch that crowns Praça do Comércio, Lisbon's gateway to the river and the sea. But before we ended this walk, we stopped by at one of Lisbon's oldest cafes, São Martinho de Arcada, for a glass of ginjinha, this sour cherry liquor, as we do a quick toast to Lisbon and to life. We conquered a hill, 2 pastel de natas, walked through centuries of history, and a glass of courage, all before sail away. And just like that, our Azamara cruise started sailing away. And like the best of celebrations, our ship threw a barbecue grill lunch party to celebrate our grand voyage from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean. And I must say, there's something really poetic about setting sail from Lisbon. This city was the epicenter of what had been the world's greatest maritime adventures in all of mankind's history. Portugal launched the Age of Discovery in 1415, and this river leading to the ocean had witnessed ships setting their sails onward into a vast world of unknown, at least from a European perspective. And now in 2025, I've begun my own small age of discovery, sailing through the Mediterranean for the first time. Aboard the Azamara ship from a city built on the dreams of explorers, we set sail in awe of Lisbon's truly extraordinary beauty, sparkling from a distance, sailing under the dramatic 25th of April bridge, barely containing our excitement of what lies ahead. Lisbon faded into the horizon and the sea opened up ahead, promising a glorious beginning of our very own seafaring adventure.
Cheers, buddies.
Watch my full Azamara cruise experience now streaming on my YouTube channel as we cruise on the Azamara onward from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean Sea, sailing from Lisbon to Barcelona, with stops in Seville, Ceuta and Málaga on the way. If you love the look and feel of this Azamara cruise so far, imagine experiencing this for real next year. You can join the same cruise journey, but longer and even more immersive, next June 2026 on an unforgettable voyage from Barcelona to Bordeaux aboard the Azamara Quest for 14 nights. It's more than just a cruise, it's a deep dive into the soul of the Iberian Peninsula, exploring Spain, Portugal and a little bit of northern France. Led by none other than Patrick himself, our expert guide to Barcelona and Spain. If you're dreaming for an immersive, cultural and fun cruise led by my friend Patrick, who's an excellent tour guide with an extensive knowledge of Spain, this is your sign. I can personally connect you to Patrick and Dave, aka the River and Ocean Cruise King, to help you book your spot. Bonus, you'll be supporting my work too, as I earn a commission when you book through me. Email me at jans@inthemoodforlife.com or scan the QR code or visit azamaracruise2026.inthemoodforlife.com. Only 30 cabins are available, so limited spots only. Hurry, Iberia is calling.